Tired of your Cricut pens just sitting there collecting dust? Well, I'm about to unlock their hidden potential and show you how to take your projects to the next level. Get ready to be amazed at the endless possibilities these cool pens can bring to your projects and see what these versatile tools can really do. Hey everybody, it's Carolyn from the Scrapbook School. If you've watched enough of my videos, you know that I love Cricut pens. They are mostly my go-to for journaling and lettering on my scrapbook layouts and embellishments, but you can do so much more with them, and I'm going to explore that today with you in this video. I'm going to cover the basics of Cricut pens, including pen types, how to use them in your Cricut Joy, Explorer, and Maker machines, and give you some tips for working with them. At the end, we'll make a quick project showcasing some of the techniques we covered. So let's get to it. So you've been to the craft store or gone online and seen all the Cricut pens available, but you can't decide what kind to buy. I get it, because I see there are almost like 10 different pen types, each in different color varieties for Cricut Joy and the Explorer Maker machines. Crazy, right? Let's review the different types and their best uses. Now, I don't have every type, but I'm going to discuss the ones that I do use most frequently for scrapbooking. Let's do Cricut Joy first. Now, keep in mind that there are pens made specifically for Joys and Explorer Makers. So if you get a set, make sure you choose the right one for your machine. You can tell the difference because the Cricut Joy pens are usually shorter, and they also have Cricut Joy printed on them. Pens for both machines are available in 3 count, 5 count, and 30 count sets, with some exceptions depending on the pen type. The pens come in a variety of colors, line weights, and effects. You can get fine point pens, 0.4 is on the barrel. You use these with Cricut writing fonts to draw intricate designs or lettering. There are extra fine point pens that are 0.3. You can use these with the writing fonts too, and also intricate designs. There are opaque gel pens. You can use these on dark colored cardstock for a jelly roll pen type look. Then there are metallic markers that create nice thick metallic strokes, and these are great for bold lettering or drawings. There are also other Cricut Joy pens available, like gel pens, which are just your everyday use pens, glitter gel pens, which are great for that glittery, shimmery effect. There's also permanent markers for postage, signage, coloring books, anywhere you want to use permanent ink. You can get watercolor markers for creating watercolor effects. And then if you're into infusible ink transfer projects, you can get fine point pens or markers for those uses. Now, as far as Cricut Explorer and Maker machines go, you pretty much get the same as the Cricut Joy pens, and they have the same use cases. One thing I just remembered is that you can use the Cricut pen for outside of the machine, which is what I do pretty frequently because I just like using the pens. I do this all the time. Using pens and markers with your Cricut machine is pretty easy. I'll guide you through the process so that you can feel confident and capable with whatever machine you're using. On the Cricut Joy or Joy Extra, you're going to open your clamp, then remove the blade housing and set aside the blade in a safe place. Then you're going to remove the cap from your Cricut Joy pen, insert it into the housing, and then close the clamp, and then the machine is ready to draw. Now on the Explorer Maker, it's slightly different because you have 2 clamps as opposed to just one. You're going to open clamp A, remove the cap from the pen, and note the arrow on the barrel of the pen. I like to have the arrow facing front. You insert the pen nib down into clamp A, apply gentle pressure until the pen snaps into place. Now when it's properly installed, the accessory adapter fully covers the arrow on the pen. Close the clamp and you're ready to draw. If you're going to use the big markers that are like 2 millimeters or 2.5 millimeters, it's slightly different. You're going to take your hand and put it underneath of clamp A and push up with a little pressure to pop out that cup. And then you're going to insert your pen as you would normally. Now, when you finish with your pen, you're going to take the pen out and then put the holder, snap it back into clamp A, and then you're ready to use your regular pens or whatever else you're going to put into clamp A. Now, when you want to write or draw, you're going to choose the draw operation for your text or image, insert the pen when prompted, and Cricut will draw or write on your material. If you want to make Cricut write on another image or layer, you'll need to use the attach function. Select the image and the lettering from the layers panel, select both of them at the same time, and then click attach in the layers panel. Check to see that your layers are fastened together, and if you see attach, you know that they are. Then you're going to select make it to send the project to your machine, and in the project preview screen, the attached layers should appear together on one mat. After that, you just follow the on-screen prompts to make your project. Now, here are a few tips for using your Cricut pens that I think are pretty important to get the best results from your pens and actually extend the lifetime of your pens. Test your pens on a scrap piece of paper before using them. You don't want to be in the middle of a project and your pen stops working. That happens to me quite frequently. Store your Cricut pens and markers nib side down for best performance. Now, I purchased this neat caddy with about 60 pens, or you could get 2 sets of 30 pens. I store the markers nib side down, and I've noticed that the ink flows better than when I used to keep them upright in the original packaging. One thing to keep in mind, if you're using pens for lettering, make sure you choose a font specifically designed for that. Use the filter to select the writing characteristic in the font menu. The writing characteristic indicates that the font is suitable for use with the Cricut pens, and it will ensure that you get the best results for your project. Occasionally, you may want to use a font that doesn't have the writing characteristic. Go to the operation menu, select your pen, and when this happens, Cricut will actually draw an outline of your font. You could try to work around this by choosing a thicker pen, or you can have Cricut outline the font and then you just fill it in by hand. There are hacks to work around this, but I can't seem to make them work. But you can just search for fill in fonts on Cricut to see what comes up in Google. Maybe they'll work for you. But I've found the easiest thing to do is just use the writing fonts, and I've pretty much been able to find ones that I like within Design Space. Now let's make a quick and easy music theme tag project using some of the techniques and pen styles that I talked about earlier. So what do you think? Are you ready to use Cricut pens on your projects, or are you already using them? If so, what are your results? Like them or nah? Let me know in the comments. If you're considering getting a set of pens, click the link in the description below. I am a Cricut affiliate and I will get a small commission if you purchase through that link. Thank you in advance. Thanks for watching today's video. If it was helpful to you, please like and subscribe, and remember to hit the bell so that you can see all future clips like this one. In the next video, we're going to walk through advanced Cricut pen techniques like calligraphy and watercolor pens. See you next time, and as always, happy scrapping.